Hello, everybody, and welcome to GameCube Game Showdown for New Show Plus this week. I am Ben Hansen from MinnMax, joined by Janet Garcia.
Yo, what's good?
What's good? Welcome, everybody. This is New Show Plus, which means each and every week we let Patreon supporters vote on what new show we create or continue. And everybody typically, Janet's like, new one, enough of this Warrior or Champions, give us something new. And so this week, the winner is a show about games called GameCube Game Showdown. How this works, Janet, is we're gonna be, with the help of everybody on Twitch, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being here. You can always follow us on Twitch. We'd appreciate it. Then you can join the wonderful people in the upper left. With the help of everybody on Twitch, we're going to be finding the greatest GameCube game of all time through a series of votes. We're going to be creating a bracket system. We're going to be creating the whole thing. And by the end of this stream, we will know for a fact what the greatest GameCube game of all time is. And Janet, before we even get there, off the top of your head, what do you think is the greatest GameCube game of all time?
Oh, God. I wasn't thinking this question, even though I totally should have been. Sunshine's one of the first ones I think of. I really loved Wind Waker.
Okay.
I'm probably missing something far more obvious, but those are my probably two of my favorite ones.
Yeah, it turns out it's really tough. Making this list is very tough. A lot of people were screaming about different options. In my mind, it's like, well, it's got to be Resident Evil 4, right? But if we include games that aren't exclusive, this is going to be a 5-hour show. So the list I have assembled in front of you. Oh, hello, Nextlander. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We are running down the greatest GameCube games of all time. So thank you for being here. You are just in time to help us determine this entire system. So we are only working off of GameCube exclusives. There's a couple that are finicky, a couple that are small, things like Animal Crossing, technically on 64DD, but obviously in the West, basically Western exclusives is how we treat this overall thing. I also, Janet, brought out all of my GameCube games, got my stack from out back, a bunch of old gross EB Games stickers on them and everything.
I got my stack here. We can go through them as when the polls run.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. Okay.
See what's in the stack.
So there is stuff that I might be missing. If everybody wants to look in the list on the right, try and come up with any exclusives for the GameCube that I might be missing here. They should be more or less alphabetical as we go through this. Because there is some big stuff that just going off the list on the internet that wasn't on there when I was searching GameCube exclusive stuff, like Pikmin 1 and 2 wasn't on there. And it's like, oh, is that because I guess they made the Wii port and so they wouldn't include it as like an exclusive on there? I'm not sure exactly how it works. Bob Buell says no WWE Day of Reckoning. I'm very sorry. I did not include WWE Day of Reckoning. I did a little bit of filtering ahead of time. Oh, thanks for the big sub, Team Puppin' Suds and Laughing Jack. We appreciate it. Everybody joining from Nextlander, thanks for being here. We stream on MinnMax's Twitch channel every Tuesday for New Show Plus. We create a new show every single Tuesday. Let Patreon supporters vote on what we create. So if you like new shows, you get a whole new show every week. And there's some good ones you can vote to continue as well. And then we also stream every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central. Sarah Pazorski jumps in there with MinnMax Plays. And then every Thursday, we also stream for round 2 of MinnMax Plays. So thanks, everybody, for being here.
That's tricky. Exclusive or no? I'm guessing no, right?
It's not. So that's tough. You know, there's stuff like SSX 3 that I played on GameCube and I very much associate as being a GameCube game, not technically a GameCube exclusive. So that's what we're looking for this list here. Billy Hatcher.
Someone said Resident Evil 4 for a year.
See,
1 year.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the tough thing.
What a year it was.
Billy Hatcher, people are screaming about. Is Billy Hatcher? I think Billy Hatcher might actually be an exclusive. Let's throw it on there. We got to respect Billy Hatcher. Janet, you're a...
And the giant egg, right?
Yeah, but this is just, let's just call it Billy Hatcher. We'll go easy on ourselves. I think that...
I believe that is true, because I only see the PC, like computer stuff come up.
Yeah.
With it in GameCube.
Ooh, so I have Donkey Konga. Oh, this is where I'm a frickin' rookie. Is Donkey Kong Jungle Beat different than Donkey Konga? I think they are different, aren't they?
I don't know, but like... neither is getting very far.
Look, it's tough.
Out there.
Chibi Robo. You know what? I thought I had Gotcha Force on there. Chibi Robo is a great contender. I gotta respect Chibi Robo. Thank you.
That was like Chibi's heyday, right? Because like I know Chibi ain't really hitting like he used to, but I heard back in the day.
It's true. It used to be somebody.
You plug in some things, and it was like you had to be there.
Had to be there. There's stuff like Cubivore look, I'm kind of throwing it. I'll put this on Janet, but it's kind of the Janet rule of it's not going that far. We all love and appreciate Cubivore.
Okay, hold on. Can we put Cubivore on there? Because I didn't. Okay, so I didn't play it. I don't want to false flag.
All right.
That's been recommended to me.
Okay.
And the description of like little cubed animals that like, I don't know, they hang out or they fight or something. Like, it sounds cool. Like, I feel like we need a few like deep cuts in there, you know? Like,
we need the freaks. What's a list without some freaks, right?
I mean, you're the same person who like, we did our GBA episode for those who listen to that on the MinnMax show, and you were like bringing the deepest of deep cuts, and then I was like, the Tony Hawk game was fun. I played it at my grandma's job.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, what is this?
I guess you're right. Okay. Bait Kaitos, we have that. And see, Beautiful Joe's another one of those year exclusives. See, those are tough. The year exclusive. I don't think we can do it.
It is in the stack, but yeah. What else did it come to? Like everything?
It came to PS2. Yeah, I don't know if it came to Xbox for Beautiful Joe. I think we're good. I think we're good with this list. Let's just try and keep it
even. Is it an even list? Did you?
It doesn't matter because I think we're gonna throw it all in the thing, so it'll like do the offset if it's not technically even. But let's go ahead.
Billy Hatcher is a freak. Let's be real. Also, Jawarhello, thank you for the gifted subs. 5 gifted subs.
Oh, thank you, Jawar. Thank you. We appreciate it. Jawar came to our community meetup, the only community meetup we technically had before the world shut down. So thank you, Jawar, for driving up again for that. That's very sweet. All right. So we have a bracket generator here, Janet. So the way it's going to work is I'm just going to hit generate it. We're going to see how it goes and how everything shakes out. Now, here's the weird wrinkle, the part that I'm still having a tough time with. We can't edit the thing after the fact. Jesus, Audrey's Dance, thanks for the big sub. Appreciate it. We can't edit it after the fact, so we're going to have to kind of just work through it and remember what's winning along the way as we work our way through it. Are you ready for this thing?
Sure.
Okay. Good luck, everybody. We'll see how everything shakes out. Okay.
I know I'm nervous, like, it has nothing to do with me, but...
No, it is genuinely scary. Okay, so it looks like the first matchup is Fire Emblem Path of Radiance versus Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. You want to whip that into the old...
yeah, sure thing.
Twitch poll thing for, a minute or 30 seconds, whatever works there. And then we're going to be deleting whichever one does not win from this list. It's going to be a brutal line. But yeah, thanks everybody from Nextland for being here. You can always give us a follow. Check out and see how we're doing. Sarah Pazorsi is going to be streaming tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central. She's going to be streaming Toem on Twitch. So you can get used to that. We appreciate it. Oh, people like Ike is what they're demanding. The music's kicking in. We got it all going on here.
Stool Tour.
Yeah.
Okay. Stool has 2 O's.
Yeah, you could probably just do Fire Emblem versus Mario Golf. I think they're the only ones on this list. Also, other fine detail for this list, I should point out, just so we weren't flooded with Mario parties, we all love and respect Mario parties. I just went ahead and combined them all as Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7 here. So hopefully you get the
polls out in the chat. 1 minute on the clock. Well, TBD if it feels like really, really crazy way too fast, let us know. We could probably put it to 2, but that's probably the highest we could go without living here.
I think we got, a lot to get through, so I think that totally makes sense. Okay, everybody give a vote.
That's about where it can be.
Fire Emblem versus Mario Golf.
Fire Emblem already destroying Mario Golf, which I think was expected. I feel like I'd rather play any Fire Emblem game than any Mario Golf game.
You would?
Yeah, because and I actually haven't like spent much time with Fire Emblem, but like I think it's a really quality franchise, and I just think there's more to it. Like it doesn't have the same lighthearted fun, but Mario Golf, like I know some of them hit, and maybe maybe this one was like one of the more popular ones, but having played the one that just came out, it was like, like it wasn't like a go-to party experience for me.
I hear you. I have very fond memories of Mario Golf. I remember sitting at best friend Ronnie's house and just playing it again and again, trying to get a hole in one. But oh my God, 79% go for Fire Emblem. So Mario Golf, we hardly knew ye. You gotta go. Goodbye.
It's so weird that you can't edit.
I know. Isn't that a weird thing? So I guess we'll just have to like track it.
Can you like download it as like an image or something, or like a PDF? Or like screenshot it. It just seems like it'd be easier for you. Like if you can keep track of it, that's cool. But
and then like bring it into Photoshop and then like
or Canva even, because Canva's just faster. You know.
You know what, Janet?
That's up to you. It's your call.
I think
What's the next one? I can run it while you maybe.
Yeah.
Look through that.
Well, let's just do this. We can keep track of it. We're going to be smart, and it'll help refresh us of where we've been along the path. So number 2 is going to be Metroid Prime versus Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2, I believe, is this one. You can barely see it, but I think it's Rogue Squadron 2. Let's see. Oh boy, it cuts it off in a very obnoxious way. Oh crap, we don't even know which Rogue Squadron it is. This is a blind guess.
Oh, that's so funny.
It cut it off in the worst way.
Let's say 1.
Okay. Well, no, it's definitely not 1. So it's either 2 or 3.
Oh.
So let's say
2.
this is 2. Let's say this is
Let's say 2.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 versus Metroid Prime.
All right, polls in the chat now.
I mean, this is going to be about as slam dunky as you can get. I feel like...
Let me make sure I got in here, because maybe it didn't. Let's see.
Okay.
Do.
Personally...
Yeah, it is in there.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Personally, I feel like Metroid...
I'm going to have to click in because of the hype train, so just be aware of that, y'all.
Oh.
There's like 2. I also forget that I can't spell Metroid, and I spelled it Matroid. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
You get the idea. But
it's like, you know, it's like when you ever go to GameStop and you get a game and they like, this is very rare because GameStop is like a more like, I don't say legitimate business, but they're a chain. So they have like a way of doing things and it's very standardized. But I've had times, like I have like a copy of Blur where they didn't have like the case and they just like printed out the game art and like stuffed it in there.
Oh, gross. Yeah, it turns out you're
like
used to it.
It's like a perfect printout, so like I'll maybe throw it into the Slack or something. We could post it on Twitter. But like when at a quick glance, it looks normal. But when you look at it, it's like, wait, someone just printed off like the entire wrapping of it and just put it into the case.
Oh, gross. Yeah, I have a Pan America copy of the Legend of Zelda Collector's Disc, which has like Majora's and Ocarina on there and stuff. And it's just in this nasty case. So we're all used to dealing with this. It was $10.
Metroid won.
Oh, of course it did. Congratulations.
Yes. Metroid greater than Metroid. Yes, Metroid. The Metroid, who could forget? Yeah, y'all, it's actually Metroid.
Perfect. All right, let me close this stuff out. All right, I feel like Metroid could actually go the full distance here.
I think so too.
Okay, next one, Janet, is Super Monkey Ball 2 versus Baten Kaitos. Baten Kaitos. The old Monolith JRPG. Okay, let me go through and delete Rogue Squadron 2, assuming that's what it was the entire time. Baten Kaitos, yeah, the old Monolith game. It was an RPG about cards before cards were cool, Janet. It was the talk of the town. But this going up in Super Monkey Ball 2, I feel like is going to be very, very stiff competition.
Chat. I put it more to 2 minutes now just to give people a few more seconds, but I feel like once we see it swinging one way, we can always call it like slightly early. I don't think that's a big deal. Just to give people
more
time.
Can you end a poll early like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can also just end it early as well.
Oh, interesting.
Like officially, formally.
Spacey Thrower says, can't wait for the Yakuza in a Ball spinoff. Yep, I'm sure it's coming. Because, yeah, they have Yakuza character in the new Super Monkey Ball coming out. I forget.
Yeah. Also, you said your GameCube's on you, like it's near you, like the actual console?
The console itself, it's over there, technically.
Because I was wondering, what's inside the GameCube right now? Is there a disc in there?
No, you don't store a console with a disc in it, Janet. That's disgusting.
Like, literally, there is, what is this? Smash Bros. Melee, because I'm about the life.
But then, look, unless you're never going to take it out, which, personally, I don't think you should. I think that's my pick for the greatest GameCube game.
What else are we playing?
I guess that's true, but it just feels like that's an excuse for them going over to the Smash case and completely losing track of where this thing is.
Well, see, life hack, there is no Smash case because I have to rebuy all my games. Also, it looks like Monkey Ball's pulling away here.
All right.
Yeah, what is this which Monkey Ball is this too?
This is Super Monkey Ball 2. Yep.
I actually have that one, and it's not in a real case. It's in a janky, we got it from a used game store. There was no case. And I don't know if this is the case that Monkey Ball came in or Smash. I'm guessing Monkey Ball. How much do you think I spent on Monkey Ball in like, a year or two, a few years ago? How much do you think that sold for?
I'm going to go with confusingly big, like $19.99.
That or like, okay, this case, I'm scared this is actual Monkey Ball because why? Tell me why it says $40. I feel like it might have been.
It's Nintendo. It's Nintendo tax.
It might have been like a lot. I think it might have been $40.
Jesus.
But Super Monkey Ball is the winner. The next one's, we're going down the list, right? Final Fantasy?
Yeah, so this is
Then
Final
Animal
Fantasy
Crossing?
Crystal Chronicles versus Animal Crossing. I think you can put this one at 1 minute. I think it's more fun to like let this thing close out. And we got a lot of these things to get through as we work our way through. Oh, Spacey Thrower, thanks for being here. Says, I had a friend who stored all of his games in the same game case. Oof.
Wait, was it like one of those, like, you know how back in the day you had those cases where you could flip through all like the discs? Is it like that?
I don't know. I guess you could like let it be loose. You could probably pop a couple discs onto like the actual thing, but that seems really gross unless they're all like just flopping around on the inside there. Ugh. Anyways, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles versus Animal Crossing.
Poll is now up. 1 minute on the clock. So you think Final Fantasy is going to destroy Animal Crossing here?
God, I hope not. It's sad that like, especially during this period, I was like a huge Final Fantasy fan, and I still have never played Crystal Chronicles. And I was excited for that remaster, then they released it, but there's some nightmare where like it disconnects your online session every 30 minutes. You have to put in like a new code to keep playing. It truly seems horrific in nearly every way, and so maybe it's time that time forgot about the struggles of the bucket with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, because it seemed like a fun idea in there. But
Also, I think in a weird way, I feel like the love of like older Animal Crossing, OG Animal Crossing, has gotten higher with New Horizons having like, I think, fumbled some of the elements that people really liked about it. Like, I feel like people gained an even deeper appreciation for the older ones now, seeing how hard it is to make something that has just so much packed into it. Yeah, Animal Crossing killed this.
Oh my
85%.
God. Jeez.
85%. The soft gamers are here, and we don't want to take this. If you're going to pour all these hours in, why not be with animals, right? Like, why are we out here with just this angsty party?
I get it.
Doing magic. We ain't about it. No.
I love it. Oof.
Wait, WarioWare Pikmin. Okay.
This is going to be hard. Pikmin 2 specifically. So WarioWare Inc. Mega Party, the fantastic kind of rebundling, multiplayer-focused take of WarioWare, the original game versus Pikmin 2, where they introduced multiplayer. Both of these multiplayer juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, I would go, and I'm not trying to influence the chat one way or the other, but I will say thank you for subbing God's Garage. Not trying to influence anything. I think you got to give it to WarioWare here. It's
what?
just...
Okay, polls in the chat. Y'all, WarioWare, it's a good time, not a long time. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest about it.
Hang on.
It is. Like, I mean, I guess if you're doing in the before times when we had discs and didn't have diseases everywhere, you could get together with people and play games, and I get that element, but I don't know. Pikmin is such an underrated franchise. Like, I don't know. You got to give it to Pikmin, I feel like.
I agree. It's underrated. I still feel like
you're
Pikmin...
a kid, you can only have one in your collection. You tell me you're going WarioWare?
I would have a much better time. Look, don't turn me into a Pikmin hater. I love Pikmin. I had a great time playing Pikmin multiplayer. If I was a kid and having friends over, absolutely WarioWare would be the way to go. You would have...
I didn't say nothing about having friends. I said you're a kid. Whoa, just because you're Mr. Popular over here, Ben Hansen. Emmy Award-winning Ben Hansen.
Oh, please. I'm blushing, Janet. I'm blushing. I'm very curious to see which way this is going to go. And it's a
very close race.
Pikmin at 58%. Wow. All right. Goodbye,
That's the closest
WarioWare.
poll we've had all day so far.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Next one. This is a good old freak match. DDR Mario versus Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
That was like the super dark Pokemon game, right?
It was the one where they really tried to embrace, like, hey, there's a whole story mode
evil,
in here.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it was frustrating because it's like, it is a console RPG Pokemon game, except you don't catch the Pokemon in balls. They have like a different dark trap or some like weird thing like that just to throw everything away. All right, so this is DDR Mario versus Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which I forget who it was. Somebody recently, I think it was on a MinnMax Council call, was talking about how I need to play.
Now.
Great. Jump in that poll, let us know.
The DDR Mario win. It's up to y'all. You know, do your civic duty.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough because like DDR Mario, I feel like it's an easy joke, but the game is surprisingly solid. Like, I actually brought that home back when I was at Game Informer and played DDR Mario, and had a blast. Like, I didn't realize how much like custom art was going into that thing. It's not just like basic DDR with Mario songs. It's like an elaborate background. I think there's maybe even like a slight story mode in there and stuff.
Did
It's
you just
kind of
play
cool.
with the controller, or did you have like the bad map pad thing?
Oh, I had the full bad mat pad. It was
Did
beautiful.
you put anything under it? Because I've always felt like you were like slipping and sliding whenever you try to just use that in isolation.
I think it was on carpet. So I think it worked out okay. Also,
This
like,
is really close. It's 22 to 23, y'all. You got to get in there and vote. We got like
oh
maybe
my god,
20 seconds left. It is tied.
What?
Now it's Pokemon.
Oh my
Now
god.
it's like, oh, what's it gonna be? It's 25.
Wow.
It's Pokemon.
Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness gets it at 53%.
That's the tensest I've watched an election in a while here in this country. Not as much at stake as this is a fake poll we made ourselves.
We do have Nate Silver on the line to share his thoughts on Pokemon XD Gale of
Oh
Darkness.
my god, I would love, can you imagine doing a election style, like looking at the map? Like, as you can see here, all the Pokemon stands have gathered. This is gonna be a hard area of the chat to win over.
All right, hey, Pokemon fans, stay in the running. We have Pokemon Coliseum versus The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures, which is maybe the only Zelda game that Pokemon Coliseum has a chance of beating. But this is going to be an interesting one. I'm curious to see if the Zelda name alone can carry it through. Because how many people out there realistically played Four Swords Adventures with their Game Boy Advances all hooked up and everything? Please let me know. Because I did at Dan Reichert's house one time and we had a fine time. It was not exactly the miraculous gaming session that I think you would hope it would be because of how much of a hassle it would be to set all that stuff up.
It was so hard to write Coliseum, but I think I kind of got it. Or polls in the chat.
Yeah, no, and the poll is just about whether or
not.
not Janet spelled that correctly.
Yeah. It's just to make sure y'all are paying attention. Like when the teacher makes a mistake and they're like, "I wanted to see if you'd catch it." Like, no, you didn't. On my side, I have Beautiful Joe. How much do you think Beautiful Joe sold for in the modern era?
It should be like $100.
Comes with the manual. I don't think they cared when they sold it to me that it came with the manual, but.
Well, I'll tell you, my era, I bought it apparently when it was a new release and it was $40. That sticker's still on that bad boy. So I'm guessing in the modern era, it's now $35.
No, $10.
Wow. All right. Sorry,
it was a
Joe.
Steal. I actually still have not beaten this, but like we booted up because we bought it because we're like, oh yeah, it's like a cult classic.
It's awesome.
And like I was shocked that there was like the adult mode and like the kid mode, and the adult mode has some like kind of off, like it starts off with like an off-color scene in like a movie theater, like a vaguely sexual scene. Like I was like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, it is T for teen, I guess, but geez, Pokemon Coliseum won.
Wow, Pokemon Coliseum it's at 50%. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords is going away. That is brutal. All right.
The team had cool concepts. Yes, it did.
It did. All right, here we go. Next one is Odama versus Mario Superstar Baseball. So just Odama versus Mario Baseball. So pinball versus baseball ultimately is what's happening in this one. Let me try and organize this a little bit better. Let's see. I bet I can do this.
Did you play Odama?
No, I never did. I just went back and looked at some gameplay footage of it today, though, and it seems cool. I regret never checking it out.
My polls in the chat.
I kind of just want to do a poll about whether or not people have actually played Odama. Has anybody in the chat played Odama, or are you just going to vote for it because, I don't know, you voted for Obama in the past and you want to keep it rolling or something? Please give me your best argument for why Odama should win this, everybody out there.
I think it's more interesting.
It's more interesting.
Conceptually.
I think that's right. And
anyone could slap Mario on something and sell it, but they're like, no.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it. They're just like, nope.
No, they screamed no as loud as they could. Mario Golf did get crushed. I'm curious if Mario Superstar Baseball can fare well against the almighty Odama. Briefly,
I think baseball's pulling away.
But I did play it. Congratulations, Swords and Wolves. You're cool.
A true gamer. A true gamer. One of the few remaining true gamers. Shazira
asked, what is Odama? It's like a pinball RTS strategy game. Is that the best way to describe what the hell that is?
You know, it's funny because I feel like pinball had like a brief moment like a year or two ago. Like with Yoko's Island Express, and then like maybe I think there was like at least one other, or even like Pinball Wizard on Apple Arcade. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of something there.
It's still going strong. One. Yeah. Well, congratulations, Mario Superstar Baseball at 60%. All right, here we go.
America's pastime.
No, this is where it gets
Mario
weird.
Baseball.
This is Metroid Prime 2 versus Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3. This is going to be a slaughter. Jawarhello says, I want to see a MinnMax plays of Adama now. I kind of do too. I kind of want to see that like from my eyeballs. Maybe we should try and get a copy of Adama. Also, Rich Bad at Games says Bacalar is incensed at that statement. Yeah, Jeff Bacalar would argue that pinball has never been stronger. They just had the big auction for all those old pinball games from, what is it, the Pinball Hall of Fame or whatever was shutting down or whatever.
But like it comes from a shutdown. So like, is that a win? You know what I mean? For the pinball community? Polls in the chat.
Janet, are you coming on this stream and attacking the very concept of pinball?
No, though I'm bad at it.
I am too.
And I tend to attack things that I'm bad at. It's fun because like I'm like the lights are pretty, but I don't know how to. And it's weird because it explains like the rules and everything, but I'm like, I'm not getting any of this. I'm not registering any of this.
Yeah, at some point. So we actually got a pinball table out at like I don't know. It's like a garage that we have that I'm trying to build up this whole like arcade thing within it, like out at my parents' place. And we got an old pinball table. It's a 7-card stud table. Oh, did I miss a matchup?
We skipped 9. Yeah, we can go back and do
crap.
it.
We'll go back to 9. Thank you.
Out.
Thank you for being on top of that. But I want to fix up that pinball table because it's kind of broken in a couple ways. And I feel like it's a fun way to learn about electricity and fun stuff like that. Metroid Prime 2 takes it, of course. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 3 going straight to hell, just like Han Solo has asked. All right, this is going to be interesting. We got Mario Kart Double Dash versus Super Mario Strikers. Thank you, Starkiller and Ken Upling, for letting us know what we missed. Ooh, Double Dash versus Strikers. This is going to be interesting. Shazira wants us to just auto-promote Mario Strikers. We just can't do that, Shazira. As much as we'd love to, we need to make this a fair matchup. I did not expect there to be this much love for Strikers out there.
Yeah, polls in the chat. So far, where's that love at, though? 8-2.
Ooh, all right.
17-5. You hate to see it.
Oh, my God.
I think Double Dash is kind of... well, I didn't really play much of either. Like, if they
really?
Mario Strikers. Yeah, like... Because I didn't like the idea of Mario Double Dash. That's where you're, like, switching the people, right? And you, like...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't like that. I mean, you're doing too much. You're doing too much here. Someone's heavy, someone's light. It's like, we gotta, like, It is the min-max of Mario Kart, though, you know, to be fair. But I thought... Y'all are doing too much here. I'm gonna leave.
I'm sorry you can't handle complexity in your racing game, Janet. But some people...
I was 9 at the time. So.
I guess that explains it. Give me one character to learn.
This is dumb.
I get it. All right, this is gonna be tough. We're getting down to the wire. Get your votes in if you want Strikers. Let us know, everybody. And we are down to... Double Dash is at 71%. Yeah. Crushes it. I'm sorry, Strikers. My God, you gotta go.
I do hear that's good, and I do like soccer a lot, so I feel like that'd be fun to play.
Check it out. Have you ever seen like the opening cutscene or anything for it?
No.
It's really cool.
No. Now I'm excited.
Okay, this is a weird one. Chibi Robo versus Star Fox Assault. Let us know what you think about this mashup. This is not Star Fox Adventures. This is Star Fox Assault, which was the flying around one, which, you know, people were okay on. I'm guessing it got a 7 from GameSpot. Let's see. GameSpot Star Fox Assault. This was my religion at the time, was just looking at
someone reviews. Said I don't like literally any of these games. Well, give it time. Give it time.
7.3 from GameSpot for Star Fox Assault back in the day. So can it defeat Chibi Robo, a cult favorite, small favorite, but certainly an underdog in this matchup, I would think.
Well, Chibi's killing it right now.
Really?
28-7. Yeah, 81% of the vote.
Oh my God! Congratulations, everybody. Chibi doing a good job. KG, also, thank you for the big sub. Appreciate it.
Need for Speed Underground 2 on GameCube, repurchased in the modern era. How much do you think it cost?
$4.99.
$10.
Okay, that seems like a good deal. That seems good.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
You can live with that.
Assault soundtrack is god tier. But it did have good music.
Ooh, Chibi Robo, 81%. Congratulations. That's very impressive. Star Fox Assault, goodbye. We hardly knew ye. All right, we're down to Star Fox Adventures versus Cubivore. All right,
man.
I need to look up Cubivore. Let's just keep the GameSpot thing rolling here and look up Cubivore. This got a 7.3 back in the day. The graphics have not aged a day. Oh my God.
Hell yes, it looks so adorable. Okay, the polls in the chat. I'm gonna be honest. I had to guess how to spell cubivore because I don't know offhand.
Yep,
so
you got it.
Don't at me. I'm like, you get the idea. Hell yeah, 1 vote for cubivore already. Okay, 3-1. Not looking great for cubivore. Put the cubivore. Come on, look at that. Which do you want to play today? I know what my answer is.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair.
I love like cool, weird stuff like that. Like it's awesome looking. Looks good.
We're not given a Star Fox Adventures its due. I remember that was so impressive right at the start of the GameCube. Like that was the game to look at and look at the fur. It looks so impressive. Whereas this, it's got style. It's got.
It actually looks a lot like that Pokemon game that came out where they're cubes. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah. What the hell was that?
1 to 2 years ago. What was it called? Pokemon.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. It's not Dungeons. It's something that feels like that.
If anyone remembers, let me know. Also, I'm frozen on Twitch, but I don't know how to defreeze.
Gotcha.
Quest. Pokemon Quest. I think you're right.
Yes, that sounds about right. Okay.
No,
how are we
Rumble
looking?
Was different.
Star Fox Adventures 62%. Cubivore, Janet, I'm glad that you fought for it, but it's just got to go. All right, this is interesting. So Kirby Air Ride versus Mega Man Network Transmission, which I loved the GBA games. I don't know how beloved Mega Man Network games, Battle Network games were on the GameCube. Because I think it's wild they only made the one, I believe.
Kirby Air Ride. Network transmission. Okay.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you ever play Kirby Air Ride?
I think I did for a little bit. It was cool. I mean, it little like kind of racing-esque, like you're just flying through. Kirby's fun, but
yeah, and like the whole thing
at the top of the stack or anything.
I hear you. The crazy thing about Kirby Air Ride is Zachary obviously designed it, a big Smash Brothers man, as he prefers to be called. But the crazy thing is that there's no accelerate button. It's default acceleration in Kirby Air Ride, and it's just you press the big green, beautiful GameCube button to slow it down. Like all you have is the brake, just to try and streamline things a little bit more. It's a very cool idea. You know, maybe more than practically how it's working. But yeah, Kirby versus Mega Man here.
You're about to learn how millennials stan Air Ride. Is that... I'm a millennial. I feel like that's not in the... Oh, you're a millennial too, aren't you, Ben?
I guess technically, yeah.
Yeah.
On the upper end.
I don't hear the community talking about it, but like, it's... I've heard more about Air Ride, and Air Ride's been more in the ether than Mega Man Network Transmission in my experience.
Yeah, I felt rude not including Mega Man, but at the same time, I don't think anybody's talked about the Mega Man Battle Network games for GameCube in 20 years now. So you know what, you gotta let it go.
Elder millennial. I feel like was it necessary to distinguish between me and Ben is millennial and elder millennial?
I'll take it. Kirby Air Ride at 92%.
Yeah.
See ya, Mega Man. We don't want to be ya, Mega Man. All right. Next one is Wave Race Blue Storm versus Phantasy Star Online Episode 3. You like your freak matchups. Here it is, everybody. Wave Race Blue Storm versus Phantasy Star Online Episode 3. Is it... I'm not trying to be too cutesy, but I feel, Janet, like Wave Race Blue Storm didn't make a very big splash back in the day.
That's what the magazine said when they carefully crafted that subhead, you know? Was it Phantasy Star Online? What's the rest of that?
Just Phantasy Star Online Episode 3. You can just put Phantasy Star Online 3, I suppose. Apparently they got an 8.5 on GameSpot. How did I not play this game? Wave Race Blue Storm, really? It's the most accurate video game representation of water-based racing ever to be released, says GameSpot.
I feel like that was definitely the era, and this is no shade to, you know, Shane Satterfield, but I feel like that was the era where games were still so young that like people were really comfortable being like, this is the best we've ever seen of this thing, versus now there's been so much content just out there that I would like pretty much never be like, this is the best the best of anything. I'm just like, this is good. Don't at me in 3 years when it's bad.
Yeah, this is good for now. Please leave me alone, historians from the future looking at our podcast.
Yes.
All right, well, it does look like some pretty good racing. Thank you to VG Soundtrack Guy for this video of Wave Race Blue Storm on YouTube. All right, that seems cool.
I do remember this a little bit. I don't know if I owned it or I don't think so. But yeah, it was, I mean, it's probably one of the better racing experiences at the time, I would say.
Wow, Wave Race takes it. Phantasy Star Online, oof, I'm sorry, the
Phantasy
card
Star Online
revolution.
is just more niche, I think, inherently.
And
I think
especially
it suffers from being more
it's
niche.
that one, like, it's got the card system. It's a complete mess. Okay, so here we go. Let's go by the numbers, I guess. So number 15. So we're jumping to Wario World versus Billy Hatcher. Now this is the type of matchup that I live for. This sounds perfect. All right, Wario World versus Billy Hatcher.
And the polls in there now.
Let's see some.
Next on my pile, I have Crazy Taxi. What do you think this retailed for a few years ago? I did have to buy back the entire collection in case you're wondering why I keep asking that.
Yeah.
I had no games.
That's interesting. So I'm gonna
It's
go.
mysteriously empty right now too. Where's Crazy Taxi? Okay.
I'm gonna go with that one has to be $7.99.
$5.99. Really
$5.99.
close.
All right, I'm gonna
Really
get these
close.
one of these days. Billy Hatcher, just a delight. Obviously, Yuji Naka, his big joint. This is, as everybody knows, the creator of what was that game that came out last year or this year?
Oh,
What the hell is that thing called?
can you describe it?
Yeah, you get different powers. Balan Wonderworld. Thank you so much. This is the creator of Balan
Like,
Wonderworld.
it's the one no one liked, yeah.
People are lighting up with the mention of Balan Wonderworld. I don't know why it's forgettable. Now the question is, did that game come out this year?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm like 99% sure it came out
That
this year.
seems
Yeah,
insane.
It did.
Wow.
Wario World won.
All right, there we go.
Billy
Wario
Hatcher.
World at 58%. I'm sorry, Billy Hatcher. You gotta go. We love you, buddy. All right, number 16 is hiding down here. Ooh, this is devastating. Mario Sunshine versus Gotcha Force. This is another one of friend of the show, Jeff Cork's favorites. He never stops screaming about how good Gotcha Force and what an underrated gem Gotcha Force is.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Gotcha Force gameplay.
Get ready to die. Gotcha Force.
It seems
Mario Sunshine's one of my favorite games, like, ever. In terms of
Really?
love. Yeah, in terms of quality, it gets it's a lot lower,
but it's just so
Yeah.
nostalgic for you.
yeah, it's just, I mean, I do think it's genuinely a good game. Like, I enjoy
Yeah.
that game still, but, you know, even in the Marios, like, it's probably not, you know, I can think of better Mario games than Sunshine.
I
pretty
could think
easily.
of many of them. Yeah, Sunshine got a lot of crap, I feel like, back in the day even, and there's definitely still those people that never stopped dragging it
Never
through the
grew
mud.
up.
They
Grow
never
up, people.
grow up. It is a very fun game. Not the most fun to game to complete, to go all the way through, say.
Oh, no, the thing is that frustrates me to this day, because there was so much opportunity with the re-releases of those games to just do a little bit of tweaking, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's ridiculous that you need all of basically either completely all the sprites or almost all the sprites to finish the game. Which is weird because Mario 64 wasn't like that. And then it's also weird because the ones you get in the overworld essentially don't really count. And I'm like, why am I playing pineapple basketball what was this all for?
Yeah. Oh, just a dunk. Mario Sunshine's at 87%. Gotcha Force. Go get somebody else, buddy. All right, number 17. This is Tales of Symphonia versus Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, because that was the one that survived, if I do recall correctly. Yes, that one's still in here. Yes, of course. So Fire Emblem versus Tales of Symphonia. And Tales of Symphonia, this was a weird asterisk one because it was ported to the PS2 later, but I believe only in Japan. So
This is the same Fire Emblem from before, right? 'Cause
Yep.
Now we're in the second area. Okay.
You got it.
Give me 10 seconds.
you got it. John Scava correctly points out there's a lot of overlap in fan bases here, he feels like.
right.
This is going to be brutal.
Again, you just ignore them typos. Like Fire Emblem, y'all, your brain fills in the M. Your brain fills in the M. It's okay.
Hey, Jow84, thanks for the big sub on Twitch. He says, thanks for all your hard work, everyone. You all make my work week go by faster. Oh, thank you.
Oh, yay.
Thank you for listening to
Y'all
us.
do the same because this is the work. So it's all servicing itself.
It's the big circle of life, as we like to call it.
The other part of my favorite, what I spent some of the most hours playing on the GameCube were the street sport games, like the EA big sports games.
Yes.
NFL Street and NBA Street. NFL Street a couple years ago, it was $13. I imagine NBA Street was around the same, but man, so good. And then wasn't there was it NBA Street 2 that had Mario in it?
Yeah, Volume 2. Yeah, I think
Yep.
so. I think that was it. Yeah. And then remember,
I need to get that one. again.
Yeah, I just only played NBA Street 1 on PS2, but I absolutely love that game.
It's really close. It might end up being tied.
Oh my God, it's a tie?
It's tied. We have to do you want to just do it again, like a runoff?
Okay.
Or should we, okay, so the options are runoff poll. We could just let people spam the chat with something, or we could do, there's a site called like Spin the Wheel where you can just randomize the answer. People saying again. We have ranked choice voting.
Let's spin the wheel. Spin the wheel of names. Random name picker.
Fantasy Star. That's not an option.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's called like, what is it called? It's called like Wheel of Names.
Okay, I got it.
I
got it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tales of... Look, I wish it didn't have to be this way, everybody. But you didn't vote. Somebody didn't jump in there.
Swords and Wolves, I forgot to vote. Wow, how un-American of you.
Tales of Symphonia.
I don't actually know if you're from America, so there's that. How un-something.
Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Oh, this is brutal.
So in your defense, there is only 1 minute to vote, unlike most official elections.
We're going.
A lot more time.
Oh my God! It is... Tales of Symphonia takes it. Wow, Fire Emblem, get out of here, buddy. Ooh,
what's our choice between the two?
It was also Tales of Symphonia by a landslide for me.
It definitely, this is a genre I'm still kind of slowly getting into, and as a kid, I definitely was like not playing it at all. I was just jumping around. I spent most of my childhood jumping, so.
All right, here we go, Janet. This is where it gets brutal. Number 18 is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker versus Metroid Prime. This might as well be the finale. This is going to be brutal. The slug match we've all been waiting for. This is Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker versus Metroid Prime. Oh my God. Somebody was asking where you got all those games, by the way, Janet.
Just random, like, used game stores. I've always lived in a big city. Let me put this in the thing real quick. Wind Waker Prime. Okay, it's going. It's there now. I've always lived in a big city. Like, I'm originally from Chicago, so I would just go to, I'm trying to remember the name of our, like, local used chains, but that's usually where I went. Occasionally, you know, I'm not above just hitting eBay and getting something, but I really I love physical media, as I've mentioned a lot of times on the shows, and how fun to go into a used game store and look around, especially if you're, you know, if you're hunting for a specific thing, you can like look for that, but it's also a nice time to see like, what are some of those, you know, deeper cuts? Like maybe, because Cube of War probably doesn't cost that much, or, you know, maybe it secretly does, I don't know. But you might be able to find some kind of cheaper games, you know, like Crazy Taxi, you know, like Need for Speed Underground 2, where it's like, this is fun, it's beloved for you, but it's only like $7, you know, a couple bucks.
Right. Yeah, it is. I still love going through stores. I mean, even small little ones going through it, you'll always find something
outrageously
new.
Expensive. That is sad. Is it really? Or are you just trolling me?
This is...
And is it like real expensive or like weird, or like $50? You know what I mean?
Whoa, hang on.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker, 73%, crushing Metroid Prime.
I'm shocked that the gap is so big.
Wow. That is
Metroid Prime
crazy.
Here. This one still I don't even have the price on here anymore, but this one still definitely goes 50 at least. It's so expensive.
All right, Jenna, next one.
A few $100 for Cube of War?
That's brutal. Okay, here we go.
Where to take them, though? Where to take them?
This is Eternal Darkness versus Super Monkey Ball 2. Whew.
Super Monkey Ball 2.
This honestly might be a close one. I think Eternal Darkness will win. I love both games. I might go Monkey Ball 2.
I think Monkey Ball would be the more popular one, but I feel like Eternal Darkness, if you played both, I feel like you'd probably lean that way.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Cube of War is $400? Get out. Okay,
People
Patreon goal to get Cube of War?
I feel like they're just messing with us at this point.
I'm not tabbing out, and I don't know if you're trolling me or not.
John Skovic says Eternal Darkness doesn't have that minigame where you roll down the ramp and float to the targets in the ocean, so that is a good point. They are missing minigames.
Super Nintendo says ever good. I do think it had its moment. I think its moment was that kind of era. Like, I wasn't totally, like, my brother's fiance loved Monkey Ball, so that's why we bought Super Monkey Ball 2. And I'll be honest, I wasn't like totally in love with it, but I did enjoy my time with it.
Okay.
I did enjoy my time with it overall. Like doing the multiplayer, the bowling game. But I wasn't like
Monkey Fight.
standing it.
All right, look, you don't gotta love everything. Some things are just good, you know. Eternal Darkness, 51% dethroning. Oh my God, Super Monkey Ball 2. Oof, that is a rough one. Oh my God. All right.
Does the GBA have the best console boot up screen? I think so.
Yes, it absolutely does. Okay, next one is Battalion Wars versus Animal Crossing.
Battalion Wars. Animal Crossing is gonna take this, I think.
I would imagine, yeah. Battalion Wars. Let's look up some gameplay for Battalion Wars.
I feel like will Animal Crossing low key go the whole way? I feel like Wind Waker might win it all. Now that Metroid's dead.
Honestly, I think Wind Waker is a real. I think Smash, when that comes in here, is going to annihilate. But I think it's going to be very tough to get past Wind Waker. Battalion Wars, I remember talking to the producer one time of Battalion Wars and how they pitched and largely developed this game as a not connected to Advance Wars in any way. And then I think it was Nintendo that pitched that idea of like, hey, do you want to call this Battalion Wars and actually connect it to the Advance Wars license? And they're like, yeah. And so it didn't start its development that way. I'm trying to remember. I think it was like a British studio. As far as I recall, God, maybe I'm completely blowing this. Yeah, I don't think it was technically Intelligent Systems that developed Battalion Wars.
I wonder how many games started out without like that name recognition and then got it, and then like which ones, like which games that have name recognition initially didn't, and then which ones just end up staying. Because Splatoon was kind of like that too. Like when it was first being developed, they were like, okay, y'all are working on this, and we might just slap Mario on there to make it something that sells, but we'll see. And then they were like, nah, I think we can just do this as its own thing. But that could have been just a Mario game.
Yeah, Star Fox Adventures was Dinosaur Planet, as people point out. Animal Crossing, 91%. Oof, Battalion Wars.
Yep.
Sorry. All right, next one is 1080 Avalanche versus Pikmin 2. Yes, Pikmin 2 is the one that survived. All right, Pikmin 2 versus Avalanche. 1080 Avalanche. Let's see what this thing looks like. I never played this one. Avalanche. I don't think I played this one either.
1080 Avalanche.
Oh, it's got Ricky Winterborn in it.
Pikmin 2.
All the favorites. We interviewed the lead programmer for 1080 a while ago on MinnMax's YouTube channel. You can check that out. Giles Goddard, who also was the man who made the stretchy face in the opening of Super Mario 64.
Yeah. This looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, I mean, I would have enjoyed playing this.
There's like a really nice curve right here.
To be fair though, I mean, when this is going up against SSX in this generation, I think it's a very steep hill for it to ram a snowboard up to try and take. That's it. But I mean, SSX, I feel like you can't come back from that. It's so good. Even the first SSX. Yeah, La Bamba gets it. He says SSX just outcooled 1080 in every way. I think that is exactly correct. I think it annihilated. But maybe Pikmin 2 isn't as beloved as we was imagined. Maybe people just really hate WarioWare, and now we've gone on with this one.
Nah, Pikmin 2's almost done winning. Yeah, 72% of the vote.
All right, Pikmin 2, congratulations. 1080
Everyone
Avalanche.
Everyone loves Pikmin except for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Although, remember that weird thing where Miyamoto said that Pikmin 4 was done years ago or whatever?
I still live in finishing Pikmin 3 Deluxe and like with my boyfriend and him being like, oh, like, so when are they gonna make the next one? I was like, oh man. Oh, do I have news for you? I got a lot of articles to send you.
Yeah, you're screwed. Okay, here we go. This is PNO 3 versus Pokemon Gale of Darkness. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness versus PNO 3, which is the Shinji Mikami game. Let's look up some gameplay of PNO 3, where it's like a third-person shooter, brawler. Let's see. I was just looking at it a little bit earlier. It looks cool. It kind of looks like StarCraft Ghost. I never played it. I always confuse it with Vanquish, but it is not Vanquish.
It looks a lot nicer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, well, to be fair, this is thanks to John God Games on YouTube. This is a Dolphin emulator, so it's running. It's running in big style. Oh, everybody's screaming about dark mode on Twitch. I don't know how to do that. Chat settings. Is there an easy way to change that somewhere? Emotes only, slow mode, chat appearance, timestamps, readable colors. I forgot where it's at.
Dark mode on Twitch.
Look, it seems impossible. All right, so PNO 3 versus Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I know there's a lot of love for Gale of Darkness. I feel like a lot of people in
go to
that
theater
era.
mode. Yeah, but where is that, LazyCon? That's the thing. Y'all gotta guide us out. It's gotta have each step unmissable.
Yeah, and I got it all captured in the screen and stuff, so we shouldn't do that. I think this is fine. It's fine with a big white screen. I'm sorry if everybody's annoyed by the color of it. Okay.
How do you play your GameCube games? Are you emulating them at this point? Are you on original hardware? Or are you just not playing them? Because that's true gamer is not playing any games at all.
I would say not playing them, but I feel like it was just a couple. It was within the last 2 years. Oh my gosh, Pokemon XD at 54%. So take a lot more love for Piano 3 than I was expecting. But I just played, WarioWare not too long ago on GameCube, so it's still out there. It's still kicking, and yeah, it was original hardware. I love it. I love that gross thing. Okay, Donkey Konga versus Pokemon Coliseum for the next matchup. This is going to be interesting. Very curious to see how it goes. Not Piano 3. So this is going to be weird. Donkey Konga, beloved, funky, weird. But Pokemon Coliseum is one of those games that quietly probably sold
I feel like having the bongos, though, I think the bongos have had more of an impact on the gaming community than most peripherals to have existed. Like optional peripherals.
Think so?
Because people are still breaking out those bongos and doing stupid stuff like playing Demon Souls or Dark Souls or...
That is true.
Just like the bongos, like... When they dropped, there's no way they could have predicted that people would still be taking those out to like play these modded methods of things.
It's true, yeah. I remember on the Game Informer trip where we went to see No Man's Sky back in like 2014 or whatever. The most confusing thing about No Man's Sky and Hello Games is they had like 6 Donkey Kongas there. They were just apparently big fans and had a stockpile for some reason, so we ended up using them in our rapid fire video that we did with Sean Murray back in the day. So you're right, they're getting around. They're living on in a way that, maybe Pokemon Coliseum isn't, but let's see what's going to actually take it.
Really close, 51% of the vote.
Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga won.
Wow. Sorry, Pokemon Coliseum, but I hear that Coliseum has a good story mode, so maybe someday I'll check that out. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Now this is Mario Superstar Baseball versus Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if you loved any of those Mario Parties, this is combining the forces, combining the magnitude of Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7, which everybody, don't forget, includes the mic, includes the beloved mic, all your favorites, versus just a little game of baseball. So...
I feel like this is unfair for what? This is cheating. Look, I would agree with you, but I'm on the team of this side of the screen, so I'm gonna have to say that I allow it.
Also, it's like we didn't want to. I love Mario Party. I'm a Mario Party defender. At the same time, I couldn't tell you the difference between Mario Party 5 and 7. Like that is a level of granularity I feel like even our beloved Twitch chat on MinnMax may not be capable of.
Mario Party 4 right here. Again, how much did it retail for in the modern era? Mario Party 4.
30.
40.
Wow, really?
I'm a sucker, man. Yeah. And if they drop it on Switch, I'll buy it again.
Wow, that is impressive. But
I played this game in Smash Melee. I'm not joking, because I wrote it in my diary as a kid, and I reread it when I was a little bit older, because I found it. I would ask my brother every single day, can we play Mario Party? Can we play Smash Melee? Can we play Mario Party? Every day. Literally, and almost every day he said yes. And he liked games too, but God, was I annoying. And we'd do these long tournaments. Like, we did 64-man Melee tournaments with just 2 people. Y'all, those take like 4 hours.
Yeah,
How?
It's no joke. It's absolutely no joke.
How was I doing that?
Well,
I don't have the stamina anymore.
That's a good family. All right, Mario Baseball. See ya. Mario Party 4, 5, and 6 is at 68%. Janet froze. We got you back.
I did indeed freeze.
Now you're back.
I froze the way I lived, holding Mario Party 4 dear to my heart.
Okay, here we go. Next one is, of course, who could forget it? This is, oh no, Mario Kart Double Dash versus Twin Snakes. This is a matchup that I'm terrified of, but it had to happen. It had to happen at some point. Everybody saw this. Double Dash versus Twin Snakes, 2 and 2. The old mashup. Ooh, people are screaming for Double Dash already.
That's because they need to, because it's not gonna win.
Oh my God. So Twin Snakes, obviously we love Metal Gear. We love every Metal Gear. Twin Snakes, I understand, a little bit divisive. I enjoyed it. It's not like it ruined the original game. Now to go back
Double
to and
snakes
play
or
it.
twin dash? That's a good question.
That's a good question indeed. But it's a little obnoxious. Those cutscenes are a bit much, but I don't know if you remember, Janet, but you can find Yoshi in this one. Miyamoto's pictures on the wall. So, you know, it's got some fun little GameCube Easter eggs in there. And the way they bill it on the back of the box for Twin Snakes is that it's a fusion of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, which is really misleading because all that means is you have the option of going to first-person camera when you're shooting. And that's what they meant by like combining elements of the gameplay from 2. It's a mess, but I'm very curious to see who is going to take it between these two. Double Dash versus Twin Snakes. This is getting hard. This is getting hard. And we're at Double Dash. No, you fools. All right. Congratulations. That means goodbye.
Shazira says, what do you look for in a game? It's not like it ruined the IP. It's a good baseline, at least, I think.
All right, 26. F-Zero GX versus Metroid Prime 2. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, technically, versus F-Zero. I am curious how much love there is out there for F-Zero GX. I know people love F-Zero, but do they love it more than Metroid Prime 2? Janet, if you had to predict it, which way would you go for this one?
Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah.
Metroid Prime 2. I feel like I'd be shocked if it goes either way.
I feel like quietly there is a force out there for F-Zero that I've never quite wrapped my brain around.
I think there is a force, but I don't think it's GX. I feel like it's maybe like one of the other entries, but I don't think GX. I don't think.
Do you think? I
feel like by then that's when I felt like the F-Zero vibes were kind of starting to die down. Like I feel like its heyday was kind of earlier than that. I loved F-Zero. I bet fans think that GX is the best. Okay, here's a big vote right immediately. And Blink says GX is the best one. GX is the most recent console entry.
Yeah.
Going with a factual take. You're not wrong.
I guess
at least I don't think so.
According to this stupid Google result, 55% of people think that GX is the best. So, but even then, even if it's like the core of passion for the F-Zero crowd, it's really close. Can it dethrone Metroid Prime 2? How's it gonna do?
Is.
Oh my God. And it goes to...
It's tied.
Oh my God. Put him in the spinner. Put him in the spinner. You all made us do this. You made us... Look what you've made us do.
Crazy.
Echoes versus F-Zero.
No, not the spinner.
The spinner. We're going to the spinner, everybody. Are you ready?
Spinner of Doom. Yes.
Have at it. And one big click. Oh, God. Good luck.
Jawarhello.
Godspeed.
I may have voted just to tie it again.
Oh.
A true person of chaos.
F-Zero GX is taking it. Goodbye, Metroid Prime 2. Wow, congratulations, F-Zero. Moving on. Absolutely killing it. Next one is Luigi's Mansion versus Chibi Robo.
Bro, Luigi's Mansion. Why am I even making the poll? All right, Luigi's Mansion. Dun, 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 dun.
Just the best.
Chibi Robo. See, what's that theme? Exactly. Fucking silence.
Well, Luigi's Mansion is one of the greatest themes of all time. That's not a fair matchup.
When I think of Luigi's Mansion, I have memories. When I think of Chibi Robo, I see emptiness and a bad DS game, okay?
How dare you? This is insulting.
And an amiibo that you collected just to say that you had it. That's what I see when I look into it.
And probably, is he a trophy in Smash? He's in Smash in some disappointing
Luigi, the
way.
Legacy. This is like the crummy little flashlight I got at E3.
Oh,
boom.
That's perfect.
I feel like holding it that way makes me look like a cop, though, so maybe not, but hold on. I can never turn it off. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion, I loved this game. Launch game, one of the most contentious launch games I feel like ever. Everyone hated this game when it came out. They're like, why can't he jump? This is weird.
Yeah.
Retailed for $40. I bought it a few years ago. It got that port, like, the year of Luigi, right, is one of the worst years for Nintendo, sure, but, you know, Luigi came through and was still down for the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like a team player, Luigi's Mansion. I still feel like that game is still good. I don't know.
Wow, Luigi's Mansion takes it as well.
Hell
I'm
yes,
sorry,
as
Chibi
it should.
Rambo. You gotta
As
go,
it
buddy.
should.
Oof, that's rough. All right, now we're getting down to it. Smash is finally coming into play. This is Smash Melee versus Star Fox Adventures. Oh my God.
Smash Melee.
I mean, I think we know exactly which direction this is going, but I want to see it. I at least want to see just the slaughter of Star Fox Adventures. Because there are definitely those fans of Star Fox Adventures out there. People like the cute wolf lady or whatever in the game.
It's now in there. Also, I Am Leafeon says, did anyone actually buy the 3DS remake? And you know what, I Am Leafeon, I feel attacked because I did not. Some people in chat did say they did get it, but you know what? I had the original, so I was like, it's fine. It's fine. And for me, I also play my GameCube on the original hardware, but I cheat and I use the Eon attachment. It's like the cheapest way to play with like an HDMI if you don't want to mod. It's about like $150, which is still cheaper than just like modding it yourself. Pretty much easier. You just plug it into the back. And I have one for the GameCube and one for the N64, and it also like kind of can crispen up the kind of edges and stuff. So it's the best the GameCube can look without having to mod it.
Yeah, and what is that thing called again?
Yeah, it's called the Eon, like EON, and they have like they have the GameCube one, they have the N64 one. I think they have a couple other products.
Right.
And then y'all know I had to play with the Wavebird, one of my favorite controllers of all time.
It's no joke.
Melee won by a lot, 82%, as it should. Still my favorite Smash.
I think I can't discredit Ultimate, but it's my favorite GameCube game. Realistically,
I mean, Ultimate's great because it's everything, but like.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be interesting. So this is Kirby Air Ride versus Pikmin 1. Pikmin 1 versus Kirby Air Ride. Is it really? It's not Kirby's. It's just Kirby Air Ride. This is gonna be a close one. Like maybe we are not factoring in. It is just Kirby Air Ride. That's very weird.
Okay.
Maybe we're not factoring in, and they're right about how many. Give
justice to Air Ride. Melee still feels best to me. It does for me as well. Like I just think and it's funny because I'm not even good, so I'm not like pro level. Like the hitbox. Like I don't know. It just feels better. And I don't know. Like Ultimate has everything and it has all these stages, but the truth is we don't need all these stages. Some of these stages aren't good. Let's be honest. Some of these stages are bad.
It's still, I'd rather have the variety there, but about the feel, it's interesting. Like when Ultimate came out, I actually went and hooked up and got my GameCube out and hooked up Melee again just to jump back and forth between them to compare the feel. And Melee in my memory is like, well, that's faster. That's so much faster. But like going back, if they're right next to each other and playing it back and forth, like Melee is, I feel like it might even feel slower. But I know the pros would say that it's snappier, something. But just from my stupid perspective, it was not nearly as fast as I remember it being compared to Ultimate. Okay.
I think that's fair.
Thank you. Pikmin 1 versus Kirby Air Ride. Who's gonna take it? Pikmin 1, 63%. So cute, though. We gotta let it go. Goodbye, buddy. All right, number 29. Oh, that was number 29.
Can you wave dash? No, you can't. And also, I can't do it on the GameCube either because I don't know how. I never learned.
Hey, Janet. In the interest of time, this is going to be Wave Race Blue Storm versus Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. It's a mercy killing. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door just won. Let's just kill Wave Race. Right? Unless, is there anybody here who's screaming that Wave Race is a better game than Paper Mario 1000 Year Door? If anybody out there wants to make that case, look, you can.
Is that the last one, the seed? I feel like let's just,
Janet,
let's just do this one, and then we can maybe like call the other ones if we're trying to speed up time.
I feel like let's just kill it. We got so many more to go through.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Wave Race fans. Come at me. Cancel your Patreon.
Dies.
That's right.
You're not wrong.
All right, here we go. Number 31, then, of course. This is going to be, weird. It's emerging now. Wario World versus Tales of Symphonia. This is going to be so weird. Wario World versus Tales of Symphonia. With Wario World, this is the treasure game, I do believe. For a game called Wario World, you want it to be amazing, and you want it to be like living up to that Mario World precedent.
Labamba says, "Wah ha ha ha." I agree.
This game is not that great.
Emmy award-winning authoritarian Ben.
All right, Wario. I mean, are there people that really love Wario World out there? I guess if I got it as a kid, I would be into it. But Janet, did you ever play Wario World?
I don't think so. I played more of Warrior on like handhelds. Than
Yes,
on
yes. And those are great games, no doubt about it. But I feel like Wario World, I think GameSpot gave it like a 6, but I bet it's also one of those that a lot of people
play
played.
This, though.
Yeah, buy it. Check it out.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, I want to do this.
I mean, Janet, you can expense it from MinnMax and do it for MinnMax Plays at some point.
Really? Hell yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Christmas is coming, unless it's secretly like $500 or something.
Okay, so that's fair. So you're saying I can't play Cubivore because what?
Yeah, it's outlawed. Yeah, unless Kelsey Lewin has it at the store or something. Tales of Symphonia, 65%. Goodbye, Wario World. We hardly knew ye. All right, next one is number 32. Oh my God, help me out. This is Wind Waker versus Eternal Darkness. Yes, those are the two that are still alive. Yeah, this is going to be
Eternal Darkness.
Wind Waker is, I bet, on just like a fast, greasy path up until maybe Smash can dethrone it.
She said Jan's expression was great there. I get so excited whenever I can expense anything. Ben could have said, oh, you want a coffee? You can expense it. I'm like, oh man, it's so much more exciting now. I don't know if y'all know the joys of expensing. Like it just makes any purchase better. I could expense napkins and I'd be hyped as hell to get those napkins. You know what I mean?
I get it. You're right. And we did talk about maybe expensing coffee and doing a coffee show for New Show Plus. And
we should do that. I would love to do that.
It does seem fun. But how funky can you get with decaf coffee? I feel like if I go in there and ask for a bunch of funky coffee, but it's all decaf, they'll spit it in my face.
Why does it have to be decaf? Is it just because you don't want to get all wired?
Yeah, I'm a decaf kind of guy.
Really?
Yeah. It's been a while.
You're getting decaf this whole time?
The whole time. What
the hell?
Thank you.
And you've had such a long career. I don't understand.
No, I've only been doing it for like the last 2 years, I guess, or so.
Oh, I thought you were like your job. You're like, I've actually only been in this industry for 2 years.
Yeah, this is my first job.
That's wild.
All right, Wind Waker, 84%.
Yeah.
All right, I'm very sorry, Eternal Darkness. We love you. We want you to come back. Silica Knights, whatever you're doing, I guess good luck. Here we go. Number 33. This is Animal Crossing versus Pikmin 2. Yes, Pikmin 2 versus Animal Crossing. This is getting down to it.
I feel like Animal Crossing is going to be one of the ones that kind of runs the table. Pikmin 2, right? You said?
Yep, Pikmin 2 versus Animal Crossing for this big one.
Pikmin 2.
Let's see some gameplay of Pikmin 2. I hope people don't mind me just running to YouTube for all this stuff. I feel bad getting glimpses from wonderful other YouTube channels, but you can check them out and support them if you'd like. Okay, Pikmin 2.
Yeah, with those older ones, you just have to, because they're just not, a lot of times the trailers aren't there. Like, you can't go to, like, the developer's YouTube channel from then. Oh my God. Y'all, Splinter Cell the case is, like, broken.
What?
I have Splinter Cell on the GameCube, and the case is, like, cut in half.
To be fair, the cases for GameCubes are kind of funky. They have, like, it's not just a clear line. It's got kind of, like, those rivets in it up top, you know? It's got some different angles to it, so maybe it's more prone to shatter.
I also have Resident Evil on GameCube, which it was on 2 discs. I forgot this.
Really? For the first one?
Yeah.
Weird.
Unless every now and then there was like a disc that was just additional stuff, like developer commentaries. Let me know why are there 2 discs for Resident Evil? I don't remember this being a thing. Also, Animal Crossing won 73% of the vote.
Animal Crossing takes it. Oh, Tiny Trev says he followed us on Twitter. Thank you, Tiny Trev. All right, Animal Crossing takes it 73%. Goodbye, Pikmin 2. We hardly knew ye. All right, now we're cooking.
I don't understand why there are 2. I believe one is Jill and one is Kris. Ah. Okay. That sounds true, Super Nintendo.
Smart. Okay, next one, Janet. Of course, this is... Where are we at? This is 34. So this is going to be Gale of Darkness versus Donkey Konga? Donkey Konga versus Gale of Darkness. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Gale of Darkness.
Oh, boy.
Versus Donkey Konga.
Konga. Yeah. Konga. This is some fun mental math to try and piece together.
It's weird that, like, I mean, people do talk about Pokemon XD still, in a way.
They do.
Because it was so different tonally and everything.
And I think specifically it was that idea of having the RPG on the console. And like, I know it was technically buried in there with Coliseum, but not many people saw that. But like the star of the show here was, it's technically the first console RPG for Pokemon. Game Freak didn't make it, and it's not good, but it's exactly that. And I went back and played it years ago for a couple hours, and It's pretty dry. It's a lot of blabbing.
So you'd rather bust out those bongos?
There's no doubt you'd have a better time playing Donkey Konga. Even Donkey Konga with lag, I feel like would be better than going back and trying to get through that story for Gale of Darkness. But I could also imagine if I was very young and played Gale of Darkness, if that was like right when Pokemon was hitting big, like the passion that I have for Pokemon Stadium, if that was carried towards Gale of Darkness,
and
I would be a huge
Pokemon Stadium was
contender.
really good though.
Honestly, Janet,
I would love a remake of that game.
That'd be interesting. Very simple, but yeah. I have played more Pokemon Stadium this year than Deathloop, Resident Evil Village. my
Why?
nephew,
Why do you play so much Pokemon Stadium?
because my nephew's obsessed with it, so I played it nonstop when I'm hanging out with him. Donkey Konga,
hilarious.
69%. Congratulations, Donkey Konga. Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Ya gotta go, buddy.
That's so odd.
It is very odd.
I mean, it's fun. Are you doing like the straight up matches, or are you just hitting kids club?
We're going through. It's a lot of the kids club stuff, and then trying to take out the gym leaders. Like working through all those gym leaders with them is super fun. Okay, this is Mario Party 4, 5, 6, 7. the combined forces, the tag team match. What would this be called? Versus Super Mario Sunshine. Mario on Mario Crime. Who will take it?
It's Sunshine. Mario Party's great though. I love Mario Party.
I mean, this is the only way you could possibly dethrone Sunshine is if you do have 4 games going up against it at the exact same time.
Let's not be crazy here. The polls in the chat. I say Sunshine all the way. Like that's it's Mario's on vacation. Mario goes to jail in this game. Come on, y'all.
There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of frustrating
that's the one
platforming
where
sequences.
Peach is like the "I'm your mama." That's the "I'm your mama" line too, right? Am I making that up?
No,
Is
that's
that the right game?
that's the I'm your mama. Yeah.
I'm your mama. What? What is happening?
Wait, is Mario
Game
Party
of Year.
winning in the poll?
No, I don't think so.
Oh
Let me
God.
see.
Okay.
No.
I was ready to be horrified.
Also, I tried to go back. I want to try to go back to Resident Evil, like old tank controls, but it's really difficult. I really had a hard time doing it.
The remaster of that game is so beautiful, though. Like, it maybe just the fidelity of that. I mean, it's obviously the best looking GameCube game. I think that's pretty fair to say. And the remaster makes it better.
It'd be a fun Halloween thing, but I had such a hard time controlling it.
I get it. I get
know.
it. With the remaster, you can make it direct control.
Like with this one?
With the remaster of that one that released a couple years ago, yeah. Mario Sunshine is at 84%. Yeah. Congratulations. So we are now officially killing the 4-team posse. Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7. We hardly knew ye. All right. This is, of course, number 36, which is going to be...
The party's over. I don't know why I'm always freezing, but just ignore me.
Oh, I gotcha. This is Double Dash versus... F-Zero GX? Is that the one? Yes. F-Zero G... Oh my god, the 2 racing games. So Double Dash versus GX, everybody.
I think Double Dash will take this one. People do, like, I had a conceptual beefs with flipping between the two, and I didn't play Double Dash, I think, until college when people were, like, standing Double Dash.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure. And I just wasn't into, like, the strategy element of it. I'm like, I'm just here to be dumb. Like, I'm not here to think. But I think a lot of people liked that about...
You're
Mario
making
Kart.
Double Dash. You're making Double
have...
Dash seem like it's Fire Emblem or something, Janet. It's Mario Kart with 2 characters.
It's the most strategic of all of them, and I feel like people. One thing I will say to Double Dash's point, like, I think some people really miss them having a really distinct idea with like Mario Kart versus like Mario Kart 8. I think that is the best one for sure. But it is kind of like it's just really good. Like, it doesn't have any fun gimmick to it.
Right. I guess the gimmick is the DLC had other Nintendo characters. Like if
I guess too the anti-gravity is sort of the gimmick, but it's not really. It's more of a track design gimmick than a. It's not like it doesn't change how you drive or anything.
Right. Okay, so Mario Kart Double Dash, settle it once and for all versus F-Zero GX. God, F-Zero fans, I know you're out there. You won by a coin toss last time. Can you come through and let this happen?
Muscles Meaty B says, you just need to look up the meta online, Janet. Let others think for you. Yeah, but at the time, I guess the internet was already around, but like we didn't have phones like that, so you can just Google things. You have to go on the family computer and look at GameFAQs' guide that was written with all like HTML. It was weird. Mario Kart 1.
Mario Kart slaughtered it. I'm sorry, F-Zero. We love you, though. Okay, this is...
It was closer than I thought it would be.
This is Luigi's Mansion versus Smash. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well,
this is getting down to it. Oof. Oof.
You know what? That's fine, because that's fine.
This is fine that this is happening?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad that I know Luigi's Mansion's not going to win because it's not the best GameCube game.
Right.
Like, I knew that.
Smashes.
I've known that forever. I knew that all the time, my whole life. But it's sad to see it leave ever. Like, I never want to see it leave. Like, I love that game so much. Yeah.
I get
sad.
I mean, it is one of those epiphanies later on, like, oh, that game was just a Resident Evil game. Like, that's so wild that Nintendo basically made a Resident Evil series in Luigi's Mansion. Oof, the Drum Kids, kill Smash, murder it. This is rough. This is rough. Smash versus Luigi's Mansion, settle it once and for all. Somebody brings up that, of course, Luigi is in Smash, so technically we're not saying goodbye to Luigi. He's still around in some ways. Rorak says that Smash Melee doesn't hold up now. I mean, it's still... I think it holds up better than Luigi's Mansion still.
I think, too, even if you, like... And I'm not really big on the, I can't see whatever, because I just feel like we can all form our own opinions, but I think the fighting community has already attested to Melee being at least really damn good.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. All right,
staying power.
Luigi's Mansion, goodbye. Yeah. We hardly knew you. All right.
And right before Halloween season, so sad.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Okay, number 38. This is, of course, Pikmin 1 versus Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I'm very curious about how this one's gonna go.
I think it's gonna be Paper Mario.
I think it will be too. Yeah, in my mind, I'm still hung up on like, oh, did people not like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door? But that was just Game Informer. And it's not that they didn't like it, but they just gave it a low review, which is
but
a whole...
those people were reading Game Informer.
That's true. And so they all had a negative impression.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. Everybody makes mistakes. But this is it. Pikmin 1 versus Paper Mario, the Thousand Year Door.
How do I write in Wave Race? No one likes that guy, Shipwright. It's just, you know?
Shipwright.
Justice for Wave Race? I hate y'all.
Look, we all know where that was going. We had to do it. We had to do it. I'm sorry.
We have to stream Wave Race now.
Oh, God. Mr. Winter Guy said, never played Thousand Year Door. You're missing out. They need to remake it or re-release it just to have a bundle of, like, the first two Paper Marios on Switch.
How did you feel about Origami King? Because I didn't get very far into that.
I liked it more than the last couple, than Sticker Star and Color Splash, but I still didn't make it more than maybe 7 hours or something like that. The combat is just, it's a mess. It's a cute little puzzle idea, but doing that for every combat just felt like a lot. Paper Mario takes it. Goodbye, Pikmin. Wow. All right.
I did not enjoy Sticker Star.
Yeah, that was
Sticker
infuriating.
Star baggage.
Okay, here we go. Number 39 is, of course, Tales of Symphonia versus Wind Waker. Oh my God. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry for what's about to happen to our beloved Tales of Symphonia. Tales is having a moment right now.
Move over, nerds.
It's doing a great job. We're all proud of the Tales series, but when it goes up against the almighty Wind Waker, I guess we'll see how this shakes out. But we should all just be happy.
If you love Thousand Year Doors, play Bug Fables. I did hear good things about Bug Fables.
It is cool.
That one out yet?
Yep. I played that back on Steam, and now it's on Switch. It is cool for sure. Even like, Chris Tales.
I think it might even be Game Pass. Is it? Am I like making that up?
I don't know. I know Chris Tales, I think, was Game Pass, right? And that also kind of feels like a Paper Mario game. But it
at least came to Game Pass at one point. I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, interesting.
Screen Rant, Paper Mario inspired Bug Fables and more coming to Game Pass in July. So I'm not sure if it's still there, but it might be.
Okay. Yeah, it was cool. I kind of have a problem with playing indie RPGs. I'm like really sensitive about the writing. Like other than Undertale, I feel like a lot of them aren't quite there. I don't know if it's I need that like je ne sais quoi of knowing this is coming from Japan or something, but it's just, I get up in my head about them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that struggle because like that's what like Chris Tales, like everyone's like it's good, but like it's not good enough for me to want to finish it. And
yes.
I'm like, so what do? I start it? Like I don't know.
Right.
Tales of Symphonia killed.
Yeah, Tales of Symphonia, we love you, but you gotta go. You gotta go, buddy. Okay, Wind Waker moves on, of course. It will not be stopped. Number 40, this is Animal Crossing versus Donkey Konga? Yeah, Animal Crossing versus Donkey Konga. All right, let's see how this goes. There's love for Donkey Konga,
I
but
think we know the answer here.
is there enough love to make it happen?
I want to play the original Animal Crossing. That's going to be on my list.
Oh, you've never played it?
No, my first one's New Horizons.
Oh my God.
Which the nice thing about that, the nice thing about that is like I don't have the pain of knowing that there's better out there. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're just like do 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 do. I heard there's supposed to be coffee, and that's my take on New Horizons. I'm like, this is fun. Someone told me that there should be coffee.
Well, so the cafe isn't even in the original. That was just New Leaf, or maybe they had that for like a village folk, town people. What's the wee one? City folk?
Oh, city folk.
Yeah. But the original one, it's so much fun. I loved it. Like that's definitely, I probably still put the most time into the first Animal Crossing. Oh, Cafe was
also in Wild World DS.
The DS version. That's right. I didn't play that much of that version. Like the perspective was so trippy of like that when it started to do the weird curve thing.
I played a tiny bit of Happy Home Designer and Poppy Camp. That's it.
Okay.
For New Leaf. So I had like a really weird onboarding.
Goodbye, Donkey Konga. Time to face the music. Get on out of here, buddy. We got Animal Crossing. Moving on. Now, of course, this is matchup 41, which is going to pit Mario Sunshine versus... What was still alive down here? Metroid Prime 2? No. Which one was alive? From this, it would have been... Oh, Double Dash. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Double Dash versus Sunshine for this one.
Yeah,
Oof.
Mario Sunshine.
I don't know. Like, there's a chance that there's enough.
Let's not be crazy here, people.
There's a chance that there's enough hate out there for specifics of Sunshine, and enough people bought Mario Kart. I bet Mario Kart Double Dash sold better than Sunshine. I don't know if that's true, but that's gonna be my prediction.
Come on, Sunshine.
God. Sunshine
Let's
versus
go.
Double Dash.
There's so many hated games. Like the GameCube had such like a hated history of like people being like, this little cube is dumb. Zelda looks stupid and not real anymore. And I'm not jumping in Luigi's. And they gave Mario a jetpack, and I was just like, oh, I'm having the great time. Like,
yeah. By the way, I was way off. Sunshine about doubled the sales of Mario Kart. But good to know.
So I have Prince of Persia on GameCube. Someone in my house, we bought this. So if you don't want to wait for the remake that's dragging to come out.
Yeah, God, that is a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah. I also have a game called Defender. Is this good? This is like in
it's
the
like
pile.
A reboot of the old Defender. Oh, weird. Does it look?
Wow.
What does it look like? It's not the arcade game.
It's Midway.
Yeah, but
it's Midway.
Does it look like an old arcade game, or is it like a reboot of it? I don't know. Either way, Double Dash is gone. Mario Sunshine, congratulations. Moving on. Oh my God. All right, this one here, we have Smash Melee versus Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. It turns out the whole bracket system means that it makes it harder and harder to go through. Okay, so Smash Melee versus Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door.
I think Melee is going to take it because that's probably what I would say is better in a weird way. And then also I think it's just more popular as well.
Yeah, I think it's more popular. I bet I was going to say the passion of the Thousand Year Door fans, but I as much as I love Thousand Year Door, I mean, this is where I have to get off at the train and say, you gotta respect the king. Melee is just...
Oh, where are my door heads at? I like how y'all just add like whatever heads to anything. The door heads. Also, I'm dead again.
Oh, okay. And fixed. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little bit...
Which one has funnier writing, guys? Come on.
That is true. That is true.
It's actually pretty close. 59 to 41.
Okay.
Melee is taking the lead though, a bit.
All right, coming down to it.
I'm surprised by how close it is.
See, Janet, maybe Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Maybe those fans are out there. Maybe we should
y'all
all
know you
go
ain't
back.
Finish that game. Come on.
Oh, come on. Yeah, we did. It's the best.
Come on, y'all.
I want to go back and replay it. I haven't replayed it since the GameCube. I know Dan Reichert streamed it not too long ago. All right, here we go. What's it going to be? Melee,
yeah.
58%. Oh my God, goodbye, Thousand Year Door. So this is... coming down to it, this is Animal Crossing versus Wind Waker for this matchup, the penultimate matchup, Animal Crossing versus The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I'm very curious to see where this is going to go.
I feel like, well, let me write this out real fast. I feel like, I think Animal Crossing might take this. I would go Wind Waker, but obviously, again, I haven't actually played Animal Crossing, so I don't know if I differently. But I just love Wind Waker so much, and I think it's so quintessentially GameCube. Like, when I think of my GameCube experience, it is Wind Waker. I feel like more of a desire to play Wind Waker in the modern era. I mean, we got that remaster that kind of polished up some things. People have been begging for that to come to Switch.
Yep.
But I do feel like, well, now the poll's already going, so obviously I can see sort of how which way it's leaning.
I don't want to see.
Okay. Before seeing that, my thought would be maybe Animal Crossing would take it, just because in previous polls, folks have been going crazy for Animal Crossing. Like, it's always been like 82 or something. So
it had a good seed in the bracket, to be fair. It's going against some freak shows. With all due respect to 1080 Avalanche, but what are we working with here, everybody? I mean, the top of the seed in the bracket was a little wonky.
People tend to like Zelda, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I loved Wind Waker so much. It was just so fun and playful. I know it had that beef where they wanted you to get 1 million of whatever, and that kind of sucked. But, like, it's okay. It was fun. The art style's still so good. It ages so well.
Wind Waker, 84%. That is a slaughter. Yeah. Wow. Goodbye, Animal Crossing. Crossing it off the list. All right, Super Mario Sunshine versus Smash Melee. For this penultimate championship. This is going to be tough. I really don't know. Yeah, this list is only exclusives, everybody.
This is really my childhood facing off over here. Because, like, you know, before we did this to, like, the folks in the chat, like, Ben was asking me, like, oh, what's your, GameCube history? And I'm like, oh, well, I know it, like, all right, but I had it more as a kid. So, for me, when I was a kid, I only really had a couple games. But I usually had, like, some of the best ones, because those are the only ones we got, pretty much. So I did play, like, the biggest hits. So, like, Smash versus Sunshine, like, I spent so much time with both those games. I don't even know what I'd vote. I didn't go Sunshine, just for, like, the culture of it. I feel like, in a way, Smash is more impactful, and in a way, probably better.
Yes,
but
every way.
But I like Sunshine. You're there, you're on vacation, you're cleaning up, like,
but even then,
I like Flood a lot.
I want to say, like, oh, the soundtrack to Sunshine is so good. It's like, yeah, it's good. Is it better than Smash Melee's soundtrack? Like, absolutely not. I mean,
DK Rap was really good. Is that where the DK Rap originated from, or does it trace back earlier?
No, it's from Donkey Kong 64.
It's from the actual, like, original game. That's why the best thing came out of Donkey Kong 64.
It could be, yeah. All right, here we go. Who's gonna take it? Smash Melee, 64%. Oh my God, goodbye, Sunshine. Wow. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Melee versus Wind Waker for the finale. Oh, hang on. We gotta pull up gameplay of both to run during it, because I feel like that'll be cool to jump back and forth between.
And this is the last one, right?
This is it. This is the grand finale. Full game, no commentary. You really got that burned into your skull.
Yeah, it's all I think about when I close my eyes at night.
Here it is, everybody.
Grand round.
The final call for what is a better game on the GameCube. The GameCube's best game. Is it going to be Smash Melee?
I put the poll in there. I went rogue and I put it for longer because it's the ultimate.
All right.
The ultimate end.
You got to do it. Now, I am fully...
30 minutes. No, it's like 3 minutes, but...
I am fully on Team Melee for this one, but I understand it's sacrilegious, controversial, also controversial. I've never finished Wind Waker, Janet, and it's on the pile of shame.
To be honest, I am not 100% sure that I finished it either.
Ooh, all right.
I was a kid, so
okay.
I was like, I don't know, like, if I actually I think I finished it. Like, I asked my brother, and I think he's like, I think you probably did, but I'm like, did I?
Probably. I feel like you probably would remember. It has a great finale. I've definitely seen the ending. And look, at some point we'll cover Wind Waker, do it as a deepest dive or something.
Get off the stream, Janet can stay. Oh, okay, well, cool. I mean, Ben's running the stream, so I feel like that has its own problems. We'll figure that out later.
That's fair. I'll get up and leave. I understand. I understand what I've done here.
I would go Wind Waker. I would vote Wind Waker, even though I think in a lot of ways... No, I'll just go Wind Waker, straight up. I mean, I feel like there is an argument to be made that Smash is better in the sense of that, like, the staying power of it as a fighting game. But, like, I just ain't never gonna give it to a fighting game like that. Like, it's not my genre of preference, and I've played such a weird, like, scattering of Zelda games, and, like, Wind Waker just resonated with me so deeply, and it's such a GameCube game. So is Melee, but I'll go Wind Waker.
Audrey says the original Wind Waker suffers from poor pacing and needlessly tedious segments to draw out the length of a game that is already short. The length of a game is what you're looking for, I think. The length of the past. Crater Gaming says, here's the thing. Ultimate is a good replacement for Melee. There is no replacement for Wind Waker. Wind Waker HD. But I understand what you're saying there. I get the idea. J-Man says that Wind Waker does have that insane fetch quest at the end. Fantastic level of character designs. Yeah, the art, unimpeachable. Nearly everything about Wind Waker, unimpeachable. Think about the amount of fun generated, though, if I may. We all have fun going through dungeons and exploring on our own and learning to sail the high seas and the King of Red Dragons, all that fun stuff. But think about just the fun that's been generated from Super Smash Bros. Melee throughout its existence. Even carrying forward to today in the tournament scene, more smiles, more laughs, more people throwing a vase against the wall. It's just an emotional roller coaster ride of an experience for Super Smuggler's
Yo, this man is gunning it here in this gameplay footage over here.
Yeah, that is impressive.
He's just running so fast.
Also, just to pull this move, Link is in Melee. Now, it is not Toon Link like later Smash would incorporate. It's just Kid Link from Ocarina, which I understand
this is my favorite stage, the Hyrule Castle.
It's fantastic.
I would always go down to the bottom, and then we would just rack up damage until someone finally, you sneeze, and they just explode.
Yep. All right, we're getting down to it. What is it going to be? Super Smash Bros. Melee versus The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It goes to Wind Waker, everybody! Oh, that's devastating, but congratulations, Zelda fans. This is your big day. If you're a fan of Wind Waker out there, this one goes to you. Wave Race fans are losing their minds. Congratulations, everybody.
It is the only one we skipped. I thought you were going to skip a couple, but then I'm like, I feel like we could have just did the 1 minute. Like, come on. Wake me up inside. Well, actually, which one do you think of when you say that actually using Neon? Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, it could be either way.
That's what I thought of.
All right, congratulations to everybody who competed. Thanks to everybody who's watching this on YouTube. You can give us a follow on Twitch. Thanks to everybody from the Nextlander crew that jumped over here. We'd always appreciate a follow on Twitch. We'll be streaming later today with Sarah Pazorski screaming Toem. And then Janet's going to be streaming on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central. Do you know what you're leaning towards, Janet, other than Cubivore?
I have no idea. I probably won't rack up the money to get Cubivore yet, but we'll see. I tend to lean on either continuing something I'm already playing. Like, I know I want to get back to Ratchet and Clank, so maybe I could do that, or I might just do something that has some multiplayer. So we'll see. Yeah,
that's perfect. Also, let you know that we just released a full commentary track for The Matrix. We're obviously very excited about The Matrix Resurrections, so if you support us on Patreon at patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's, not only do you help support independent games media, but you unlock the podcast version of the commentary track for the original Matrix, which was an absolute blast. Also, the commentary tracks for Lord of the Rings trilogy, Extended Edition, Advent Children, which is a very fun commentary track, the Star Wars sequel trilogy. To close things out on Twitch here, Janet. Oh, by the way, we should mention before that even, that we will continue this next week. That's how New Show Plus works. You get to vote on Patreon whether or not we continue this, keep the whole thing rolling. So we can do another whole console next week if you vote for us to continue this show, the GameCube Game Showdown. We'd obviously change the GameCube part, but you can help us determine what console we should put in its place and do this all over again if you support us over on Patreon and vote for us to continue this show for New Show Plus. But Janet, we should close out this stream by finding somebody who's playing Wind Waker and send all of us over to them.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay, so not Wind Waker HD. It has to be original. And let's find somebody. Let's see. It's labeled as a gay stream of Wind Waker. Let's see what this is going to be like. Webzy. Well, there's just a commercial here, but 3 people. All right, let's send you over here. Everybody, be nice. Send a raid over and help tell this person that they are really doing the Lord's work by playing the greatest GameCube game.
On the GameCube.
Yep. Oh, you cannot raid this channel.
Yeah, some people have raids turned off.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. All right. Well, how about Mr. Grumpy Monkey? Should we go for that? Yeah. Oh, actually, let's go Eric Killo. Speedrunner. We don't want a speedrunner. I want somebody playing it for the fun. Birthday, GameCube, time to don the green garb. All right, this person seems great. So here we go. This is going to be Mr. Grumpy Monkey. Everybody be nice to Mr. Grumpy Monkey and let him know that he's playing the greatest GameCube game of all time and that MinnMax and also largely Nextlander folks say hello and make sure that they're nice. I think is how it works. But all right, thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye! Every week, we let Patreon supporters choose which new show we create with New Show Plus. Should we create another episode of the show you just watched? Check out the biggest new game release? Get into Sea of Thieves? Create an exercise show? It is your call. So thanks to everybody who subscribes on YouTube or supports us over on Patreon. MinnMax exists because of you. As always, if you enjoy MinnMax content, any help telling a friend is appreciated.